Okay, fine. So I will create the same thing, same scenario. Continuing with the discussion, I will create the same scenario from fresh posting. Then I will show how the situation, how it will be handled. Now, there are three scenarios. One scenario is advance payment or down payment is exactly equal to the invoice amount. Second scenario, advance payment is less, invoice amount is more. Suppose you have paid less advance, but the vendor has supplied more raw materials. So what you have to do, you have to pay the balance and clear everything. Okay. And there can be another situation. Suppose your advance is more, but your invoice amount is less. So in this case, only some portion of the advance amount shall be adjusted against the invoice amount. Then the invoice will be cleared. Rest of the advance or rest of the down payment will be carried forward and it will be adjusted towards the next supply or next vendor invoices, right? So now I am going to demonstrate you the first scenario, which is a very plain scenario. The down payment is exactly equal to your invoice amount. So for that purpose, I will go to the financial accounting, then accounts payable, then I will go to the document entry, then I will go to the down payment, then I will go to the F-48, that is down payment. I will also discuss about this request, what is request and what is the impact, how things happens. So now let us have a down payment, right? So I am putting the date, today's date. Now company code is 7200, currency is INR. Then I am coming to the vendor. So vendor is 104.38. While putting the down payment, you have to specifically use the special GL indicator, that is A. Then I am coming to the bank account. So for bank, I have created a GL account, SBI current account. Henceforth I am using that. Suppose your down payment amount is 35,000, right? And in the narration, we have to write down payment. Okay. Then we click on enter. And amount is star, text is plus. Then I have to go to the document simulate, right? So this was very clear yesterday. I am just passing this, save. So now the down payment is posted and it is a special GL transaction. It is not a normal transaction. In yesterday's class, I was also demonstrating how to see the special GL transactions. Suppose I want to see the open items in FBL1N. Normally what happens, we select the vendor account, then select the open item. But here in the below this, there are different options. Normal item, special GL transaction, noted item, parked item, customer item, all these things are there. Now I want to see only the normal items. If I want to see only the normal items, then the transaction of 35,000 what I have passed, it will never come to the screen. It will never come to the screen. Why? Because it is not a normal item. So it is a special GL transaction. So therefore, in addition to normal item, I have to select the special GL transaction and the special GL which is open. Okay, that special GL is also open. When it will be cleared? It will be cleared when it will be adjusted against the invoice. So my special GL item checkbox has to be selected in addition to the normal item. Then I will click on execute. Once I click on the execute, then this 35,000 down payment is showing. And here the special GL indicator is also showing, which is A. A means for down payment, right? So now you are very clear what is special GL transaction, how to display the special GL transaction in addition to the normal items. I will also today discuss what is noted item and what is the impact, how noted item is created for the day-to-day activity, and what is the end point of noted item and how it is done. So here 35,000 is the down payment, and suppose I am also posting a invoice amounting to 35,000, same, exactly the same amount. So here is 35,000, and this is purchase invoice posting. Here is inventory raw material FI, amount is star, text is your inventory raw material purchase. Click on simulate. Once I click on simulate, if there is any down payment or advance payment, it will automatically pop up. So it is just a information, it is neither a error message nor a alert message, it is just a information message. So just click on continue. Once I click on continue, this specific screen appears, simulate, and click on post. Once I click on post, then I see the document is posted. Then let us see again FBL1N. Here I also want to see normal item and special GL transaction both. Okay, here my normal item KR document is also showing, and my special GL item, that is the down payment, it is also showing. Both the things are showing. However, both the things are in red. Okay, both the things are in red, that means both the things are open. So how to make the adjustment between the two and clear both the line items? My intention is to make both the line item as clear, and it should be converted into green. So status must be green. So for making the status green or for adjustment, the first thing is I have to convert the special GL into normal GL. Okay, I have to convert the special GL into normal transaction. Then only the normal transaction will be adjusted against the KR document or invoice posting. Okay, whatever document is passed, purchase invoice posting is made, then only it can be adjusted. You cannot directly adjust the special GL transaction against your invoice. So how to adjust? The step is, first of all, you have to clear the special GL item, or you can call it, you have to make the special GL as normal. So for that purpose, the transaction code is F-54. In the F-54, you have to put the document date, and the document type will be automatically KA. Okay, then you have to choose the vendor. Okay, now you have to put the like narration, then click on process down payment, right? So in this screen it is appearing that amount is 35,000, available amount is 35,000, and here you have to manually put how much amount you are going to adjust. Suppose my intention is to full adjust 35,000, so I will put 35,000 full, then I click on save. So once I save, then let us see whether what is the situation in the FBL1N. FBL1N. Now you go to the FBL1N, then we click on execute. Once we click on execute, what we see? We see here is 35, here is 35. There are two documents, but the special GL indicator is no more available. That means the special GL is converted into normal GL by passing the document KA. Same amount a document is passed, by which the special GL is converted into normal GL, right? So now I can make the adjustment between the two. So how to make the adjustment between two?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
What indicates it?
Yes, that will be discussed, but again I am telling that is the payment terms I am showing you. I am just showing you what is the indicator. Uh, See, there are differentiation. These are red, and the red is called overdue. What is the meaning of overdue? Normally, in case of vendor transaction, there is a due date of payment. If the due date crosses, then from the day it crosses the due date, it shows red indicator. Regarding this bell icon, bell means due, just due. So today we have passed the transaction. So today the amount is due. Actually the credit period discount mechanism, how discount entry will appear automatically, how discount varies according to credit period to early payment. So those things will be discussed. It is a topic, it is a special topic, but this indicator is the demonstration, or it indicates which line items or which invoices are due or which are overdue. So this invoice is overdue. Why it is overdue? Because the the posting date or document date, normally in my case the document date and posting date is same, and I had posted the transaction on 14th December, yesterday. So there was no credit period for this particular Trident Industries Limited. We have a contract. Let us assume Trident Industries Limited always make the cash payment or instant payment. It requires instant payment. So as I am displaying the report on 15th today, so it is showing as overdue. Suppose I want to see the report on 14th. Open item key date is 14th. So what we will see, these are due only, not overdue. So these two items are showing as due, not overdue, because I'm displaying the report as on 14th December, though today is 15th December. But what is the status on 14th December? The status of 14th December is these are just due, and rest of the two items, these are not there on the 14th December. So those are already excluded from this report. So if we change the date also, these things will appear like this. Suppose I change this to 16th December, 16th December 2022. Then I will see everything will be overdue. See, now there are 4 line items. The 14th, these are also overdue. 15th are also overdue, because my report date is on 16th December 2022. So we will discuss regarding the open item management and discount procedure. So in the discount procedure, how to make a payment terms, how to assign it with the vendor master, and how it will work. So we will discuss it. So now these two things, that is 35,000 plus and 35,000 minus, both are showing in red or both are showing in open. So now it is time just to adjust it and make everything green. So how to adjust? For making the adjustment, there is a transaction code just to make the adjustment clearing. In the clearing process of GL accounting, I had already demonstrated that normal cases, most of the cases, payment with clearing happens. But in some cases, adjustment clearing is also there. So now I am showing you the adjustment clearing. Okay. So now I will select the vendor number. Okay. Then I will click on process open item, right? So here 4 numbers of items are appearing. Just I have to double click these 2 numbers. If there will be more than huge numbers of line items, then what you have to do, I have already demonstrated in the last class. Suppose you have 100 line items, but your target is just to adjust these 2 line items out of 100. So in this case, you cannot just double click on 98 times of all the line items one by one by putting the cursor. So in this case, the best way is you have to put on select all and you have to put on deactivate items. Okay, so every item is deactivated, amount assigned is 0, amount entered is 0. Now you target the two line items, 35,000 plus, 35,000 minus. So here I will click on document simulate and click on save. Okay, that's it. So this 8003, this is due to this document. Now my particular now if I select the open item and click on execute, then I do not see 35,000 is there. But suppose I want to see the cleared item, and that too cleared item on clearing date. So today I have cleared, so I am using the clearing date 15th December 2022, right? So it will only show me the limited numbers of cleared item. So this is the item. See, 4 line items are there, 35 plus, 35 minus, again 35 plus, again 35 minus. Why there is 4? Because originally my document was a special GL transaction. This one, first one, the narration is down payment. In the second step, I clear the special GL. Once I clear the special GL, then clearing document is passed and the special GL is cleared and a normal GL is created. So 7006 it is created. It is a normal GL. Then in the third step, we adjust 6008 and 7006. Okay, and that is the clearing document number 8003. So this is the way through which your clearing process happens. Now let us go to the second scenario. What is the second scenario? The second scenario is your advance payment is less, but your supplier invoice is more. So in this case, let us pass a transaction. Document date, vendor number, special GL indicator. Suppose your down payment is only 10,000, right? Sorry, you have to put the bank account here. Down payment is 10,000 and text is say down payment and click on enter. Amount is star, text is plus, then document simulate, then click on post, right? So here the down payment is only 10,000. However, suppose you passed a invoice which is having say 80,000. So your vendor is supplying you the materials worth 80,000. Okay, purchase invoice posting, inventory raw material, star. This is your inventory raw material purchase, simulate. See, whenever I want to pass this transaction, it is showing me the pop-up that 10,000 INR down payment exists. Click on continue, click on save, right? So after saving, now let us adjust and pay. What is the meaning of adjust and pay? Now it is very clear that I have to pay the party 70,000 net, then everything will be cleared. So first of all, I have to make the down payment to down payment means special GL transaction. I have to make it normal first. Then finally I will pay 70,000 and adjust 10,000 so that 70 plus 10, that is 80,000, is completely cleared against the invoice. Again I am telling, first of all I create 10,000 down payment and I also passed a invoice amount to 80,000 rupees. In the third case, I have to pay to the vendor 70,000 rupees and make the adjustment of 10,000 down payment, so everything will be cleared. So before paying 70,000, first of all, let us clear the 10,000. So for clearing the 10,000, means making the special GL into normal. That is also called clearing process in SAP. So I am making the clearing. Here in the available amount is 10,000. I want to transfer post 10,000. That means whole amount has to be adjusted. Then I am putting save. And finally, I am going to pay 70,000 and making everything clear. So for making payment of 70,000, I go to the outgoing payment and post. The transaction code is F-53. So today's date 15th, under the bank data 2002, I am putting the payment 70,000. Text is say total clearing, and vendor account, this one, click on the process open item, right? So here amount entered is 70, amount assigned is 1,15,000. So these two items, 20,000 and 25,000, has to be removed. So this 80,000 is the invoice amount, 80,000 minus, and this 10,000 is the down payment. So 80,000 minus 10,000, net liability of 70,000 is here. So amount assigned is showing 70,000 minus, and amount entered is also 70,000. So not assigned is 0. So this is a perfect case of clearing. So click on the document, simulate. Once I click on the document simulate, click on post. Once I post, now the document is generated. So let us see the document, FBL1N. In the FBL1N, suppose I want to see the clearing item today's date. Then click on execute. So now it is showing these three items. One is 70,000, another is 80,000, another is 10,000. So what is the clearing document number here? Clearing document number is 3010. Why 3010? I have already told you that the last phase of payment. What is the last phase of payment? 70,000 is the last phase of payment. First phase we had paid 10,000. Then we make the special GL into normal and we have to adjust it. And then finally we pay 70,000. So this 3010 document number is appearing as clearing document against these three line items. So the user can easily understood that this is the final document 3010, which is tagging with these three line items, right? So this is the way these things happens. Let us go to the third scenario. What is the third scenario? The third scenario is the down payment is more and the invoice amount is less. So let us pass a down payment. Suppose our down payment is 60,000. Put the special GL indicator. Don't forget, this is a mandatory thing. Then we have to use the bank account. Suppose our down payment is 60,000. Then I'm putting down payment here. Click on enter. Amount is star. Text is plus. Then document simulate and click on post. Right? So this is the down payment. Suppose I pass a invoice amounts to only 50,000. 60,000 is the down payment, but sorry, this is not invoice posting. My down payment is 60,000, but I'm going to post one invoice of only 50,000. So now I am passing the invoice. Invoice amount is 50,000. This is purchase invoice posting. This is inventory raw material. This is inventory raw material, amount is star. This is the text. Then simulate. Once I click on simulate, what it is appearing, it is saying me the information that 60,000 INR down payment exists. So just click on continue and click on save. Okay, so after clicking on save, then what is my next activity? Next activity is I don't have to pay anything because my down payment is already 10,000 more than the invoice value. So what I will do, I will just make the adjustment. How much down payment I will make the adjustment, how much amount I will utilize out of my down payment to make the clearing. So I will utilize to the extent of 50,000 only. So for that purpose, I cannot directly utilize. I have already told you that the 60,000 rupees is in the nature of special GL transaction. So for making the special GL into normal, I have to go to F-54. So I will click on F-54. So here I will adjust. I will put the adjustment. Okay, here the available amount is 60,000, but I have to adjust only to the extent of 50,000. So in the transfer posting, I write only 50,000. Then I click on post. After click on post, what I will do, I will just make the adjustment clearing. Here the transaction is F-44 I am going to use. I will not use F-53 because F-53 is for the outgoing payment and clearing. Here there will be no outgoing payment, but I will make simple the adjustment and make everything clear. So therefore I will click on F-44, put the vendor number, click on the process open item. Okay, so now these two items I am just removing. These are not my business. So here 50,000 plus and 50,000 minus is appearing. So click on document simulate and click on save. Actually this document number 8004 is not a document. Let us see. You will be astonished to see what type of document this is. See, is there any line items appearing? Is there any line item? See, this is the entry view. Is there any line item appearing? No. Why a line item is not appearing? Because technically the debit and credit was equal. Again I am telling, the debit and credit was equal. 50,000 debit was there and 50,000 credit was there. So the entry has not to be shown here. Only the process is it will be converted into green. So for converting into the green, for making the both the GLs or both the line items clear, only a document number is required, 8004. But this document will not be having any line item. And see the status bar, clearing document without line items. Certification questions are asked from this level. People know, students know clearing document, and students know there are clearing documents are two types normally. One is payment with clearing, another is adjustment clearing, right? But this adjustment clearing do not create any line items. Okay, so it is only the adjustment. Debit is always equal to credit, just to adjust it. So this is a clearing document 8004 without line items. So okay, so some of the users while working, they may see that there are clearing documents but no line item is showing. Why? Because it is a adjustment clearing document. Just to adjust. Technically, from the accounting point of view, 50,000 debit and 50,000 credit was there, but from the SAP practice, SAP presentation, things has to be converted into green. That's it. Let us go to the FBL 1N and see. It will be again clear. So FBL 1N, let us see the cleared item. Okay, so in this cleared item, let us go to this 50,000 and 50,000. What is the document number? 8004. So 8004 is what type of document? This is a document without line items. Okay, 8004 is a document without line item. So this 8004 only make these two line items from red to green. That's it. So this is a clearing document without line item. So these are very depth analysis of all the practices. Normally the users don't have such depth understanding, depth knowledge. So why this document is there without any line items? Because in SAP practice there is a open item management system. In the open item management system, the users has to make the open item into cleared item. Okay, otherwise the report will be not correct. So even if technically 50,000 plus minus was equal, however both were in red category. So therefore this has to be adjusted through the clearing document 8004 by the use of transaction code F-44, and this is the clearing document without any line items. Okay, so we have already demonstrated 3 numbers of scenarios. Then we will go to another thing which is called request. Actually we have covered down payment and clearing. So what is this request? Normally what happens, sometimes the vendor or supplier before supplying the material request the company to release some down payment, right? So whenever any kind of such request is coming from the vendor for releasing the down payment, then SAP system is also accommodate that request. Okay, request is nothing but it is a formal proposal from the vendor to release some down payment or advance payment before supply of material, and SAP system is capable of recording the request. But this request do not create any accounting entry. It is a request only, and in SAP terminology this is called noted item. Again I am telling, certification questions are also asked, what is noted item? Okay, so there are many options. Noted item is that kind of item or that kind of record or that kind of entry where there is no debit and credit, single entry kind of things, or there is only one line item which only depicts what should be released before supply of material. So there is a sequence of down payment. First of all, request will be recorded. Second, down payment will be released. Third, down payment will be cleared. How down payment will be cleared? What is the impact of down payment clearing? The impact is the special GL should be converted into normal GL before adjustment against the invoice. So there are 3 steps. So these 2 steps has been covered. So how to create a request? For request creating also we have to make the customization. What customization we have to do? This request is also one of the kind of special GL transaction. Okay, so therefore I have to go to the customization. The customizing screen where there was a linkage of advance payment with the reconciliation ledger, the same screen I have to go. Accounts receivable and accounts payable. business transactions, then down payment made, define alternative reconciliation account for down payment. Actually, this node was previously used for the down payment through the special GL indicator A. However, for making the down payment request in the SAP system, we have to use the special GL indicator F. Again, I am telling, certification questions will be asked for down payment request, which special GL indicator is used, A, B, F, I, like that. Only one answer is correct, that is F. So double click on F. Once I double click on F, it will ask me the chart of account. I will put my chart of account. Here I have already created just to see it. Here you have to put the reconciliation account. Okay, so what is the reconciliation account? Same, sundry creditor, and you have to give the special GL account. What is the special GL account? Down payment, advance payment. So here you have to put the advance payment GL, here you have to put the reconciliation account, and the linkage is special GL indicator F, that is down payment request. So like down payment creation, same thing will appear. Only thing is, here special GL indicator A is used for down payment, and here the special GL indicator F is used for the down payment request. But through this, the special GL account, that is the advance payment account, is linked with the sundry creditor. Okay, so this is the process. So after this process, let us demonstrate the noted item. Suppose one of the vendor requests you to make the down payment of say 45,000. So let us have the request. I am passing the down payment request. So today's date. Okay. Now I am putting the vendor number. Here transaction special GL indicator, I have to select A. Click on enter. Not F, but A you have to give. Automatically 39F will be shown. Finally the down payment request will be converted into down payment sequentially. First is request, then down payment will be released, then material will be supplied, then we convert the down payment into clearing, then we finally adjust. So that is the sequence. Suppose 45,000 down payment request has been received. Now there is a due one. Normally what happens, when any vendor gives you a request, it always requests you that by this date you must pay me the advance. Suppose the request is also today's date. Here the narration is down payment request. Okay. Now this is one-sided entry. What is the meaning of one-sided entry? Are you going to make any payment now? No. It is just a request and you are recording this request in the SAP system. So this is a one-sided entry. Just click on save. That's it. So this item is called noted item. Just mind it, this transaction is called noted item, and the document number is 7009. Document number will be generated, no doubt, but let us see the document 7009. How this document looks like. Is this having debit and credit? No, it is only one line document item. Okay, this is a document 7009, but this document is not balanced. Why it is not balanced? Because it is a noted document or noted item. Okay, only for reminder, only for noting, this document is recorded in the SAP system. Because if you record this in SAP system, then you can see the report whose request is still pending. Suppose you have thousands of vendors and hundreds of vendors have requested you for the down payment. Then if you want to just manage all these things, numerical things, then it is better if you put it in SAP. Once you put it in SAP, then the report can be shown to you whose request is disposed of, whose request is still pending. How the request will be disposed of? Only when you will release the down payment, then the request will be nullified. Okay, so now let us go to FBL1N. FBL1N. In the FBL1N, previously we select normal items and special GL transaction. We have never selected noted items. So let it be. Let it be. Suppose I click on execute. Is that 45,000 is showing here? No. Why it is not showing here? Because it is a noted item and I have never selected this one. Okay. Now I am selecting the noted item along with the normal item along with the special GL transaction and click on execute. Once I click on execute, now I see 7009 document type K is showing as 45,000 minus. And what is the special GL indicator here? I have already told you that noted item is also a special GL transaction. However, this document will be a one-sided document. It is not a balanced document. So here, from the special GL indicator, it is very clear that these are down payments, but this is a request because the special GL indicator is F, right? Now let us go to the second step. The second step is making the down payment against the request. So click on the down payment, put it document date, put the vendor number, put the special GL indicator A, put the bank account 2002. Now put 45,000 here. Text is say down payment, and go to the edit and choose request, right? So you have so many, suppose you have so many requests, but only one request is showing because you have to choose this request. Okay, so now I select this request 45,000. Suppose your organization has so many requests, you have to choose the appropriate request and click on create down payment, right? Once you click on create down payment, then it is converted into a down payment. Trident Industries Limited account debited to SBI current account. Then click on post. Fine. So what happens now? Your document is posted. Okay. So if you want to see the line items, let us see. FBL1N. So in the FBL1N, I have used everything: normal item, special GL transaction, noted item. So click on execute. Fine. So once I click on execute, what about my request? The request is no more. Why the request is no more? Because that request is sequentially converted into your down payment, right? So that's why it is converted into down payment and actual down payment. So that is no more here. That is converted into down payment. So it is not showing that transaction. Special GL indicator F is not showing. So this is the way in which the things happens. So rest of the process, like clearing or making the special GL into normal and final adjustment with the invoice, these has already been demonstrated. Okay. So then we will go to the next process. Our next process will be, have you any questions? Let us ask any question. Okay, fine. So we will use the payment terms. So what is the meaning of payment terms? First understand. See, normally what happens in case of accounts payable, there is always a requirement that uh, the supplier may allow you some credit period, and uh, the party, the company, the organization may need some credit period before releasing the payment. Okay, so in those cases, whenever there is some credit period, there is some payment terms. So normally the payment terms will be like this: if you pay early, the percentage of discount will be more. If you becomes late, then the percentage of discount is less. And up to a certain date, discount will be allowed. And after that, no discount. And after the due date, the party allows you 3 days of grace. After that 3 days of grace, then the party can give you the reminder or notice. Okay, the party can go to the court of law or can take legal action or give you reminders and reminders for making the payment. So how this payment terms will be created in the SAP, and how the discount structure will be created, how at the time of payment automatically discount will be calculated. Suppose today I purchase something. Today is 15th. The payment term is, if you pay within 30th or within 15 days, that means up to 30 December, 10% discount is available. So when I am going to pay on 28th December, automatically on the invoice amount 10% discount will be available. So I don't have to use the calculator. The system will propose me that you are paying today. That means the system will automatically calculate the discount, taking into consideration the date of the payment as well as the payment term. The system, SAP system, logically will compare the payment term with the date from the invoice date up to the payment date, and accordingly it will calculate the discount and propose you the amount. Similarly, automatically discount GL will be populated. Discount GL will be populated, which is income for you, other income for you. So how these things happens? Okay, fine. Let us go to the SPRO. Okay, before going to the SPRO, let us create a GL account. I am opening another session. Why I will create another GL account? Because I have to use the discount received. There are two types of discount. One is discount received, another is discount allowed. So as I am dealing with accounts payable, so therefore I will use the discount received GL. So for discount received GL, this is an other income. Let us see the OBD4. OBD4 is the account group. So click on the position button. Okay, so in 7200 I have not created other income, so let us create a other income group. Okay, you can add group, no issues. Okay, other income is there. This is other income, 300, 100 to 300, 199. Just a minute. So now I am going to create the GL account, FS00. So let us see how many GLs I have created within 300, 100 to 300, 199. Okay, only one GL I have created, 300, 100. So I can create the next GL, 300, 101. I can copy it from 300 100 7200 and enter. Okay, so this is under other income. Now I can have discount receipt. Here is discount received account. Okay, then control data tab, very fine, no issues. Create oblique bank oblique interest tab, it is also fine. Click on save. Right, so I have created a GL account for operation of my discount receipt. Let us go to the customizing area. Now I will go to the financial accounting new, accounts receivable and accounts payable. Then I will go to the business transactions. Then I will go to the say outgoing payments. Then I can go to manual outgoing payment. Okay, just a minute, let us see where it is. Okay, outgoing payment global settings. Okay, this is the area where this node happens. So now define, there is a GL, there is a node called define accounts for cash discount taken. There are two things: define accounts for lost cash discount and define accounts for cash discount taken. Okay, let us use that. Define accounts for cash discount taken. Click on this, then put the chart of account 7200. Right, now this is the transaction SKE, which is cash discount received. Normally there are two types of discount. One is trade discount, another is cash discount. Trade discount doesn't come to the books of accounts, but cash discount is for the prompt payment of cash. So I do the automatic account assignment. What is the meaning of automatic account assignment? That means whenever I will receive some discount, automatic GL will be created. Auto GL will be created. Right? Auto GL will be created means automatically the GL account discount will be populated. Right? So I will click on account, or I will click on save. Once I will click on save, then it is asking me which GL will be used for creation of automatic transaction. You will see how automatically GL will be populated. 300 101. Click on save. Save in your request. Okay, so now I made the automatic account assignment. So after putting the automatic account assignment, then I will create the payment terms. So let us create the payment terms. Where is payment terms? Let us see. I am going to create payment terms. Just a minute. Payment term creation, let us see where it is. This is my vendor account. Let us go to the vendor account. No, it will not be there. Business, no, it will be in the business transaction only. Outgoing payment and invoice, outgoing invoices and credit memo. Yes, this is under outgoing invoices and credit memo. Now I will maintain the payment terms. So let us create the payment terms. So the by default payment term is 0001. So many payment terms are there. 58 numbers of payment terms is appearing, I will create my own payment term for my organization. Click on the new entries button. Suppose my payment term is 7200, same. Then it is, I am writing it, payment terms demonstration. Now the credit period will be calculated from which date? Either it is from the posting date or document date or entry date. What is the meaning of posting date? Posting date means the date on which you post the transaction in the SAP system. Document date means the hard copy of the invoice, vendor invoice, on which the date is printed, that is the document date. Entry date means on which date the SAP system records the transaction. So there are three numbers of date, another is no default. Suppose we have decided credit period will be calculated from the posting date. So I select the posting date. Now say 10% discount up to 15 days, 5% discount up to 30 days, and finally there will be no discount. Within 45 days we have to pay. So this is the payment term I am creating. If I pay within 15 days, 10% I will get the cash discount. From 16th day to 38th day, if I pay the vendor, then the cash discount will be 5%. After 38th day, there will be no discount and I have to pay within 45 days. Then I click on enter. Once I click on enter, then the explanations will automatically come. Then click on save. Save in your request. Okay. So now I have created a payment term. Then I will do the next customization. In the next customization, I will attach the payment term with the vendor master. So what is the creation of my screen of my vendor master? SK01. So I want to link the payment term with this vendor master. So for link, I have to change the vendor master. Master data FK02 is the change. So what is the name of my vendor? What is the vendor number? Let us see the vendor number. I want to make the changes. So here in the vendor number, I have to put the payment transactions. That means payment terms. Put enter. Click on enter. See, here there is no payment term. I link the payment term which I have created now. What is the payment term I have created? 7200, this one. So once I use this payment term here in the vendor master, all the invoices of this vendor by default takes that payment term. But I can also change that, no issues. At the time of posting, I can also change that. There is a checkbox called check double invoice. What is the use of this checkbox? If the vendor supplies the same invoice number second time, then it will be automatically detected during the process of accounting entry. So let us check. I said select this checkbox, check double invoice. So invoice should not be passed, same invoice should not be passed two times. So this is the control mechanism. Click on save. In the master data, lot of options are there. We are not using most of the options. Only the very normal, very primary options we are using. But there are so many options which is there in the master data screen of your accounts payable or vendor. So now I link the payment term and I am going to save it. Okay, so it is saved now. Let us go and pass one invoice, FB60. Suppose I pass this invoice today, 15th, okay. Suppose the value is say 50,000. Purchase invoice posting. Now this is inventory raw material, amount is star, text is inventory raw material purchase, simulate. This is showing down payment exists, no issues, let it be. Click on post. Okay, so we have posted this document 6011. Suppose we are paying this document today. If we pay today, how much discount we will get? 10% discount we will get. So let us make the payment of this invoice today itself. So for making the payment, I can go to uh, uh, outgoing payment, post. So I'm going to pay it. This is my bank. Suppose I do not know how much amount I have to pay. I don't want to use the calculator. I just put ₹1 here and I'm making the clearing. This is the vendor number. Click process open item. Okay. So now this is the 50,000 I want to pay. Actually the discount is not showing here. Cash discount due. No, discount is not showing. In fact, I think there is a problem in automatic account assignment. Let us see it again. Let us see SPRO SAP reference IMG. Okay, just a minute. Let us pass the invoice and see it. MP60. Suppose another invoice let us pass. So this is this one, invoice date, amount. Suppose this is a different amount, say 35,000. Bank star. Say this is the text. Okay. Payment terms is not showing actually. So what I will do first of all, I will change the field status. Payment terms is really not showing in the vendor master. Okay, what to do now? Let us go to the account group and screen layout rule. Actually payment terms is suppressed in my case. So let us first activate the payment terms. Accounts receivable and accounts payable, then vendor account, master data, preparations for creating vendor master data, define account groups with screen layout vendor. Okay, so my vendor number is, my vendor group is 720F. so double click on the 72F and click on the say general data. Now this is payment transaction. Let us see where is payment terms. Let us see where is the payment terms. Okay, let us come back. Suppose we are selecting control data. No, it's not appearing also. Let us have, no, it will not be there. Company code, account management. Okay, payment terms is optional. Okay, fine. So here no payment term is appearing. Okay, I will see in the next class. I will see why the payment terms is not accepting in the transaction. there is some suppress or something has happened, due to which this is not accepting. Okay, fine, I'm closing the session, and I will send the video, and just do the practice. We'll meet on the very next week. Okay, thank you so much. Good night.